we're back in On's garden again, and thanks for joining me again. It's an extremely hot day, so we're going to get straight into it today. Things are growing, and they're growing pretty fast, so we've just got to keep an eye on the watering, because the water, for some of the plants at least, are getting sucked up very quickly. So today, I'm just going to be taking a look round. Maybe taking a look around the garden. This is my Imperial red, which I absolutely love. I've been battling with it because it's had quite a few bugs on it. I don't know if you can see them in there. They're probably not there at the minute, but he says, I think I cleaned it earlier, so they're probably all gone, but there are bugs in there. I've been battling with that for some time, so I've had the little pouches of friendly bugs, and those little pouches of friendly bugs basically haven't really done their job. So I've resorted back to using a neem oil solution, homemade neem oil solution, and that's what the shininess on this leaf is mainly. It's a bit sticky, but you can probably see a few on there, and I'll show you how I applied that in a minute. But first, I've got a job to do because I need to get something sorted. It's been taking some time. So I want to introduce you to my Monstera Obliqua. Now this is an absolutely gorgeous plant. It's like a Adansonii, but it's got a lot bigger fenestrations, a lot bigger holes through the leaves. And it's an absolutely gorgeous plant. But in the hot weather, it suddenly decided it wants to take off. And what happens is, when it takes off, this moss pole that I put in, probably not too long ago, I'm not quite sure how long ago, probably a couple of months ago. I've also got this growth here, look, that goes up into the sky. So I need to support that on the back, and what I'm going to be doing is extending the moss pole of another bit. This is my moss pole extension. I'm just going to be tie wrapping that to the existing one here. But I absolutely love the look of this plant. I really need a good pot to show it off in, because this orchid pot doesn't really do it justice. But hopefully I'll get one of those at some point. In the meantime, let's sort you out, shall we? So, what have I got? Got the plastic. The plant, let's move you out of the way for the minute. Just there. This is what it's going to replace, these ones here. Like that. Okay. So in theory, should be able to slide down another two. Like so. Try not to damage the acacia above it. Or any roots if they're in there. That was a bit tight. To do. Okay, I'll do this. Sounds like a good plan. Be careful of this one, because we don't want this one to be damaged. And I'll just move them across there for now. This is how it's going to go along the top. A little bit tricky. Alright, that's the plan. Actually, what I've decided to do is just to mark these like that. Like that. paint everywhere. Lovely. Right, take this back out again. Ooh. Use these to gauge how far bamboo needs to go down. Like that and like that. Okay, just need to fill it up now. There we go. A lot of this stuff. For the ultimate test. I think we got it. A bit wobbly. Let's get this thing secured. Like so. There we go. There we go, look. Beautiful. Okay. I think we're good. Get all these in front. There we go. Monstera Obliqua, beautiful plant. That's going to grow big and strong up there, up to the top. Now I've just got this Philodendron Mayi, which has also taken off. I also need to extend. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with that yet because it's kind of gone beyond that space there. And if I extend it to the top there, well, I could do that, but then it'd go all the way up there, which isn't so bad. I might do that. We'll see. For now, let's just keep it as it is and admire the Obliqua. Beautiful. Okay, so what else have I been up to in the garden? Well, it's been extremely hot, as I said, and lots of things have been going on. Let's go out and have a look, shall we? Next to the fence, we've got a Longistylum green giant. Yeah, it's a bit bamboo-like it itself, so if you think bamboo, like this black one, Philostachys niger, it's a bit like that, but obviously it's not black and it doesn't grow as big. So allegedly it can grow from 1 to 3 metres, hopefully the latter, because I've got it there just to cover up the fence. Now the black bamboo here, I've added a root barrier to to try and keep it in that circle there, because I want to stop it from spreading out in that area, because I've got other plants for that area. And as we go into the garden, I've added a bit of a grass barrier to stop the grass going into the soil. That's the Schefflera, and we see the beautiful Indian bean tree. Look at this colour of these leaves. Well, they're not small leaves, it's probably about hand size, I'll show you in a sec. But they're amazingly green, lime green. Underneath is the Rogersia, and my favourite hooker, green spice. There you go, look, that's how big the leaves are. But it's the colour really, more than anything on these ones. I have to keep it small though, because else it'll grow really big. So I have to keep chopping it back. And the Paulownia is starting to grow. Massive leaves on these. Check out my vid. I've got one of these growing on the video so you can see how it grows, how quick it grows. We chop those back every year, so chop it down to ground level. Then we only let one spike grow up just so it grows big and tall. This is a bamboo cube beauty, and I thought it was dead for a bit. But if you look closely you can see some green leaves in there. So I'm not quite sure what happened to that, whether it got too cold in the winter. If that was the case, it's not looking very healthy, it looks fairly dead, but it's coming back to life, so we've got every hope of that one recovering. That's the Philostachys, I think this is the golden bamboo. And it's a good idea about this time of the year to just peel back the branching leaves on the side of the cane, just to make it look beautiful and stunning and striking. And you can see the golden canes just glowing in the light. At the back here we've got a blue bamboo. Now this is starting to shoot, so I'm glad I've got a root barrier in for this one. This one shouldn't, this is clump forming bamboo, so it shouldn't shoot anywhere apart from nearby, and we can quite easily control it with the electric saw, just chopping off the culms when they get too much. On the left we've got the Dharma peltata, so we need to keep a check on that, make sure it's moist, because it's a bit of a boggy plant and it's pretty dry out back there. Behind that we've got the giant voodoo lily, Soratum ventricosum, and that'll produce a big flower, purple flower spike that actually smells and attracts flies. But so far I've not had any problem with it at all, but it's got these beautiful leaves as well, so that's why I've got it, and it should be really good. Can't wait to see it grow big. Further in the garden we're going past the Gunnera, which is just starting to grow. It's been a bit dry this year because my irrigation system doesn't seem to get to it at the minute, so it's struggling to grow big. Then we've got the Tetrapanax, which we're just about to go underneath. Push that out of the way. Past the Fatsia. And the Acer, which is just nestled in amongst all these other plants. Tetrapanax on the left there struggled a bit this year, so I'm hoping it's going to recover. Past the bamboo, another Paulownia. Gingers are starting to come up, which is good. Like I say, this is the end of June, so things are just starting to come through, and things like the gingers, in my garden, they tend to be a bit slow to come up. Bought myself another Schefflera underneath there. Happened to find a couple of bargains, so got those in the garden. And also a tiny, teeny T-Rex plant underneath my Hosta Empress Woo. So everything's coming along, everything's looking good, and pretty soon everything will have bushed out, the cannas will have grown to bigger than me, and the Xanthodesia green goddess down there hopefully will grow a lot larger. This one's a beautiful plant. It's the Daphne-phylum Macropodum, and it's a large evergreen shrub. Should get pretty big, and it's a bit like a rhododendron. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that get bigger, because the leaves when they're small look amazing. In the back here, what's this one called? Let me think. It's the Actinidia tetramera, or the crabapple kiwi. And hopefully that should grow up and cover that fence. It's supposed to be a fairly good grower. So what I'm trying to do basically is cover all the fences and make lush green leaves everywhere, just like it should be. So I want to thank you for joining my videos and watching. Hopefully I can get another video together for August, when we can see just how big some of these things are getting. But for the time being, I'll probably leave it there. I've got some more work to do, and I've got stuff to get on with. So if you like the video, click a like. You can always unsubscribe later as well if you realise that you're not too keen on it. Hopefully you enjoy it, and I've shown you a few things in my garden that you probably haven't seen before, and it might encourage you to buy some stuff yourself, which would be awesome, because I'd love for you to buy plants based on watching this video. I don't know, it just makes me feel happy. So crack on, get some plants in, see what you can find, and let me know in the comments. Catch you later. So if you've made it all the way to the end of the video, which not many people do, I've got a little bit of bonus footage for you. So here's the Monstera Obliqua, and I've actually managed to grab a pot from somewhere else. So that's all in the pot, looking beautiful. It goes up there, but also I did manage, while you were walking around the garden, I did manage to sort out the Philodendron mayoi. And I extended the pole all the way up to the top there. So that's ready to shoot up. Both of those now look a lot better, and they shine the light through the leaves from this direction. But also, as a little bit of an Easter egg bonus, we've got this, the begonia dark side of the moon, and this is a really stunning plant. If you look at the back of it, let me lift it up to the light, you've got like this reddish glowing underside to the leaves. I don't know if I can see it that well. Let's just spin around a bit. There you go. That's what that looks like. And then if we go around to the front, now when you get the light shining on this in the right direction, it actually glows blue. But trying to get that on camera so you can see it is proving very difficult. So this is just me spinning around trying to get the light shining in the right place. No, it's not going to happen today, it's not enough light. Grey clouds have come above and we're not going to be able to see that one. But what a beautiful plant this is. That's the begonia dark side of the moon. So again, thanks for joining me. Like if you like, and I'll see you in the next one.